Today you're going to learn how to apply the order of operations to simplify expressions. So we start with this thing that we do in math. Starts with a P, E, M, D, A, S. Each letter represents an operation. The P represents parentheses, which is the top priority, the number one priority. The second priority is exponents. That's what the E stands for. The third priority is multiply and divide. They both have the same priority. But it depends which one comes first. So with these two, it's whichever one comes first from left to right. That's the one you're going to perform first. And then the fourth and last priority is add or subtract. Now, when you add and subtract, it doesn't matter if you work from left to right, but I recommend it. Okay, so those are the rule for adding, multiplying, dividing with exponents, with parentheses. These are the rules, and those are the priorities that you have to follow. So whenever you're doing problems using order of operations, always write PEMDAS on top of your paper. If you forget, you just remember the phrase, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." And that's one way to remember the steps. So I'm going to go over some examples. Example 1. 4 times 2 plus 2. So here, you're going to follow the order of operations. So you don't have parentheses. So you don't have parentheses, so you skip that. You don't have exponents, so you skip that. We do have multiplication. 4 times 2. So you multiply those two, you get 8. Bring down the plus 2. Then you don't have any division, but you do have addition. So you add that and you get 10. So just always write the PEMDAS on top of your problem, and that way you don't forget what comes first and what are the priorities. Now, if this problem you had not followed the rules and you had added first 2 plus 2, you would have gotten 16. 16 is the wrong answer. So always follow the order of operations. Always follow it, because if not, you're going to get the wrong answer. Example 2. 2 plus 8 times 2. So again, you can write PEMDAS above the problem and just go through the steps. No parentheses, no exponents. We do have multiplication. So you have to multiply 8 times 2 first, 16. Bring down the plus sign and the 2. And then no division, so then we add. And 16 plus 2 is 18. And that's your answer. So again, if you had done it the other way by not following the rules, and you had decided to add first, you will get 10 times 2 is 20. And this is the wrong answer. So always follow the order of operations. Example 3. 4 times 2 divided by 4 plus 2. Again, just write PEMDAS on top. If you don't remember that, just remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, and you're right there on top. So you go through the steps. There's no parentheses, no exponents. There is multiplication and division, but remember, whatever comes first from left to right is what you're going to do first. So here we have multiplication first, so we have to multiply that, which is 8. Bring down, divided by 4, plus 2. So we're not done with this step yet. We're still in that step. So the next step is to divide. 8 divided by 4 is 2, plus 2 is 4. So that's the answer. Again, this 2 is one step. Same priority, but whichever comes first from left to right. Example 4. 5 plus 3, parentheses, 7 plus 3, parentheses closed. Write PEMDAS on top and follow the steps. So, do we have parentheses? Yes, we do. So we're going to do the parentheses first. 7 plus 3 is 10. You can keep the 10 in parentheses, or you can remove them. You don't need them anymore. You can put a dot here if you want to, or not. If you put the parentheses, you don't need this dot. But if you take out the parentheses, you need to put that dot, which means times. You don't have any exponents. Multiply, divide. Yes, you do. 3 times 10 is 30. Add or subtract. Yes, we do have addition. So we add 5 plus 30 is 35. So that's your answer. Okay, example 5. 6 minus 2 plus 3, parentheses, 5 plus 8, parentheses closed, to the second power. Write PEMDAS above the problem. Now, of course, you don't have to do that all the time, but if you're a beginner, I recommend it. Okay, so you go through the steps. Do we have parentheses? Yes, we do. The 5 plus 8, which is 13. You need to keep the parentheses here because you need to still raise that to the second power. So don't remove the parentheses. Do we have exponents? Yes, we do. The square. 13 squared means 13 times 13. So on the side, you can multiply. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. And you get 169. So 13 squared is 169. So here, we really don't need the parentheses anymore. But you do need to put a dot right there, because 3 is multiplied to the 169. Okay, now we go through the steps. Multiply or divide. Yes, we do. We have that. So we're going to multiply the 13 times 3. So that's 27. Carry the 2. 18, 20. Carry the 2. And then it's 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 2 is 5. So it's we have the add and subtract. So with addition and subtraction, doesn't really matter if you work from left to right, but I prefer. So just go ahead and subtract 6 minus 2 is 4, plus 507 gives you 511. Okay, so that's your answer. Example 6. 5 squared minus 4 plus 8 times 3. So again, write PEMDAS above the problem. And do we have parentheses? No. Do we have exponents? Yes. 5 squared, which is 25. 5 times 5. Bring down the minus 4, the plus 8 times 3. Bring everything down. Then multiply, divide. We do have multiplication, so we do that first. 8 times 3 is 24. Plus 4, and then the 25 and the minus. Bring everything else down that you haven't done yet. Then add or subtract. Yes, we do. We have both, but we're going to work from left to right. So we subtract the 25 minus 4. You get 21. Bring down the plus 24. And then you add that and you get 45. So that's your answer. And that's it. So at any moment when you're working out this problem, you can always put the video on pause and then try it yourself, or replay the video and try to see if you can do it yourself and see if you get the same answers. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.